What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Above the Clouds pod. I'm your host Q, checking in with another episode for all my sport heads out there. We got a loaded show today. We are gonna preview the Thursday night football, the LA Chargers versus the Minnesota Vikings, a little bit of college football, and of course, we'll break down the latest from the NBA, scores, storylines, and some takes that might ruffle some feathers. Let's get right into it. Chargers versus Vikings. Let's talk about it. Hey, I guess they wanted the Steelers versus the Packers to be the big headline, and they moved it to Sunday Night Football. But hey, it is what it is. Last minute change. But let's get into it with the LA Chargers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. This one is an interesting matchup because both teams have talent and both have well, have an upcoming star, and one has a legit star with Justin Herbert. He's been putting up numbers, but the Chargers have been finding up ways to keep losing in close ones, very close ones. That the Chargers will be better than they are record-wise, but they just keep losing, man. They keep finding a weird fashion to lose. And Carson Wentz and the Vikings, they're trying to stay in some type of momentum. They lost last week against the Eagles, but they're going into the NFC North, and they're showing flashes, but the consistency is an issue. This is one of those games that could go down to the wire. Last play, it could be a last play of the game, a big turnover, a sack, or man, you never know. Carson Wentz could just throw a bomb to Justin Jefferson and win the game. Either way, it's a Thursday night football game, and it should be fun to watch under those lights. If I could make a call, I'm rolling with the Chargers in a close one, 27 to 24. I think Justin Herbert makes a clutch throw, but don't sleep on Minnesota because Jefferson could go for a big night. For all you fantasy football players that need a wide receiver, Justin Jefferson might come through and save your team. But alright, enough for the NFL for now. Let's shift gears to college football because this weekend is set to be with some fireworks. I'm just gonna highlight three matches because USC is on the bye week, and these three key matches are ones to watch because they have playoff implications. It could change the top 25 ranking, and man, you just gotta these are just ranked teams. Usually are the best matchups. Number 8, Ole Miss, and number 13, Oklahoma. Man, this is an upset alert. Oklahoma covers or even wins if their offense shows up, and Ole Miss underperforms in a tough environment. Do you think Ole Miss is living up for the hype? Can Oklahoma crash the party and steal one on the road? I believe so. I think this is gonna be the upset of the weekend. I think the Oklahoma Sooners are gonna go and get this W. But let's get into matchup number 2. The Tennessee A&M Aggies versus the LSU Tigers. The Texas A&M are favored by 2.5 at home versus the number 20 ranked team LSU. A top 10 team is facing a rising program. LSU has always been a legit contender, and now Texas A&M is trying to be like the new LSU. But this has to be a statement win for the Texas A&M Aggies. As an elite team, or will LSU momentum and home crowd tilt itself way in a toss-up? In my opinion, I think LSU is going to take the W. This is the matchup that I'm looking forward to because I versus Missouri Tigers. Vanderbilt is favored by 2.5 versus the number 15 team, Missouri. Vanderbilt has been an unexpected team to relevance, while Missouri wants to stay in the hunt. These are two teams that nobody was expecting to do anything. Vandy has been one of those teams that nobody really expected to be this good or beat these teams that they have been fighting against with. Missouri is another one. But this game, I feel like Missouri needs to win because could be a statement game to prove to all these people and all the people who vote for the top 25 that they should be a ranked team. But I got Vandy because I believe in them. In your opinion, which underdog are you riding with in this weekend? Let me know in the comments so we could talk about it in the next upcoming video. Alright, time to hit the NBA. Let's talk. First up, let's talk about the home opener. We saw the Golden State Warriors roll past the Los Angeles Lakers 119 to 109. Jimmy Butler dropped 31 points with a perfect 16 for 16 from the line. And even though the Lakers, Luka Doncic, poured out a 43, it wasn't enough. Luka defense is very disgusting. He cannot guard nobody. He was giving up layups on the screens. They were just exposing him. Luka has to have more help. And Aiton, it was his first game as a Laker, but if the Lakers want to be a contender this year and scare anybody, they need Aiton to become that third option. And right now, he has to take advantage that LeBron is injured. But let's get into it. There was a lot of NBA action today. I'm gonna catch you guys up with three matchups, and then later I'll catch up all with the scoreboards of what happened throughout the NBA night last night of the Knicks versus the Cavs. Quick fact: the New York Knicks, they haven't won in 53 years. That this is a crazy fact, man. I just had to write this down and share it with y'all. The last time they won, 69% of New York wasn't even born. Yes, 69%. That's wild. There's a lot of people in New York. So that means a lot of people in New York have not celebrated a ring in a long, long time. But in the first half, it was all New York. New York was balling. Bronson had the boys going, but then Donovan Mitchell making it his own in the third quarter, bringing back his team. But then the Knicks kicked off the second half, went on a 14-0 run, and OG made a big pointer with less than 2 minutes to go to kill the Cavs comeback, and the victory went to the New York Knicks, 119 to 111. OG led the team with 24 points and 16 rebounds, while Donovan Mitchell tried his best with 31 points. Very good outcome with this game for the opener. Um, I believe that we will be seeing these teams in a deep NBA playoff run. Now, let's go to the Mavs versus the Spurs. This game, I really thought this game was going to be a little bit closer than I thought, but when in the second half, the Spurs took a 12-0 run to end the half. Wemby was out of this world. He had 21 points and 8 rebounds in the first half. Dallas was struggling with foul troubles. Anthony Davis had 4, Lively had 5, and it wasn't even the fourth quarter. Cooper Flag, everybody was talking about the rookie, and he only had 0 points, 0 points in the first half. But he ended the game with a double double, 10 points. It looks like he is ready to take this onto another level, and the NBA better watch out. Wemby finished with 40 points, 15 rebounds, and it seems like Castle and Wemby has something special brewing in San Antonio. The Spurs with an easy win, 125 to 92. Now, the Clippers versus Utah. What an embarrassing performing for the Los Angeles Clippers. The Clippers were playing horrible in the fourth quarter, being down 37 to 16 by halftime. The LA Clippers were down by 78 to 47. Utah was hot. McInerney had a game. The rookie Bailey only had 2 points in the half, and he finished with 1-4-5 with 2 points in the whole game. The rookie did not show out. He did not play a lot of minutes, but another guy, youngster coming up, George, went all out, and he put the team on his back with McInerney, and Kessler put in his work too. The Clippers got blown out 129 to 108. Not a great night for that old man squad. But today, there was a surprise player. Yes, from Philly. A surprise player, BJ Edgecombe. I hope I pronounced that right, youngster. But man, he had more points in the NBA debut in 66 years. 66 years. 34 points for the youngster. Let's see if he could keep it going. I always love an underdog story. He is number 77. Thank God he was in 6-7, man. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that. But hey, let's go over tonight's NBA final scores from October 27. The Hornets lit it up, beating the Nets 136 to 117. The Magic held the edge against the Heat 125 to 121. The Raptors dominated the Hawks 138 to 118. The Phillies sneaked past the Boston Celtics 117 to 116 in a thriller. Man, that was a very good game. And Ncaa and the Memphis Grizzlies hold down to beat Zion Williamson 128 to 122. And then Chicago tops off Detroit 115 to 111. And the Bucks roll past Washington Wizards 133 to 120. That Miles Turner seemed to fit in very good for the Milwaukee Bucks. But alright, y'all, that's gonna wrap it up for Above the Clouds pod. I hope y'all enjoyed it. We covered the Chargers versus the Vikings matchup. We broke up some of the big college football storylines, and we hit the latest NBA headlines. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe, and share. Drop your prediction for Thursday Night Football in the comments. I want to see what y'all think about the game. It's your boy Q. God is good all the time. I'm out.